It's obviously very, very important to think about content pillars. So in our fictional example of a company that, let's say, wants to generate business, so wants to target primarily clients, so not like employer branding, the majority of content, so the biggest pillar for me is knowledge. And this can be something that is related to your offering. Let's say if you're a marketing agency, obviously your content should be about sharing your knowledge, teaching people how they can do Google ads, how they can improve their ROI, or a framework for setting up Google ads, I don't know. And so I think this is really the majority of your content, obviously without pitching. It's pure knowledge that people consume and are like, okay, wow, those guys really know what they're talking about. And the goal, so also in the end, the metrics that you're gonna evaluate, you will shape them accordingly, but it's really to educate and inform. So you want people to, engage, confirm that they're learning from this, rather than leaving likes, looking at the impressions, so that people are really engaging and consuming this content, for example. And then the smaller pillars are, for me, people, in the sense that obviously I think culture is always important, especially on social media, because you want to show the people behind the company. You don't want to just pull there a bunch of templates and text posts without any emotion, without any face, right? So I would always, even if your main goal in a channel is really, business, put also some employee content there, which can, I think, really highlight also the expertise and show that there are people that also are nice and have fun behind this sort of content. And I think this really, what they say, humanizes the brand, in the sense that we don't only fall in love with the content, we also fall in love with the people that produce the content, in a way. And obviously this can also help a lot for employer branding. And then something that I really see a lot missing is the engagement pillar, which is very important for social media, which is really just posts that engage with the audience, like polls, like direct questions. For example, LinkedIn asks a lot, like, how is your work day going, or whatever, which is super stupid. It's just a question, but for LinkedIn it makes total sense, because they are really all about work-life balance. And so really asking people how their work week is going is kind of doing their own thing, right? So really, I think something that is posts that are really just, their main goal is really to get the audience to engage and to give their 2 cents, are crucial on social media. Obviously it cannot be the biggest pillar, because otherwise what are you giving? You're not giving anything, but it's a crucial pillar that should be there. And it's basically missing in, I would say, 90% of the companies. And then finally, we have the customer stories, which obviously are like case studies, which I think are very complementary to the first 2 pillars, which are in a way people. So it's kind of a confirmation, humanizing the brand once again, but also confirming your experience and confirming your knowledge through people that are benefiting directly from it, instead of you just saying, we're so awesome and blah, blah. And the last pillar is, I think it also has its place, just, information about the company. So I don't know if you raised a financing round, if you hired a new VP of marketing, whatever, but in small amounts. And the reality of things is that for most companies, this last pillar, which is the smallest one, is actually the biggest one.